Hi, and welcome to Voices of Impact, a special media series from the Africa Impact Summit 2025. So over here today, we have with us Valerie Larbie, CEO of Wahu Mobility. So you just pitched at the Deal Source Africa session. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it's really great to be here, and I think deal rooms and deal sources opportunities are really important for entrepreneurs like myself to be able to share real investments with investors for them to crowd in catalytic capital into our businesses.
So what is the core impact of your business?
So we design and manufacture electric vehicles for Africa, and we ensure that every vehicle is essentially a job for a delivery rider. By having an electric vehicle, it means the delivery riders aren't spending money on petrol, which also means that they're taking home more income. But we also connect the delivery riders to an ecosystem of support and jobs. So essentially our impact is job creation, avoiding petrol, which also avoids carbon, so saving the environment, and then making sure that delivery riders are basically earning more income.
Yeah, right. So it's interconnected.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to you to have a platform like the Africa Impact Summit and Deal Source Africa showcasing African ventures like yours?
Yeah, I think it's really important that the world knows that there are good social ventures happening on the continent that are investable.
Yeah.
And I think that's the first thing that the Impact Summit is showcasing ventures that have both the social capital, environmental capital, and would give a good financial return for people to invest in our future as young Africans.
And this year's Africa Impact Summit theme is all about transforming systems. And what systems does your business challenge or hope to address?
Yeah, so I think one of the things is manufacturing is key to our growth. So setting up the factory, the first electric vehicle factory in the country, was a big milestone for us in February last year.
Oh, wow.
Training young African engineers, both men and women, to be able to design electric vehicles, but also being the first company to be able to engage in compliance markets. So that's basically not voluntary markets, but compliance markets under Article 6 for carbon credits, which now actually means that for every kilometer a rider rides, we're actually able to tokenize the carbon that's avoided and monetize that as a way of also rewarding us for having sustainable decisions and sustainable businesses. And I think the final thing for us is just a huge thing on job creation, that the opportunity in the delivery space and the courier and last mile space, we believe that we will create 100,000 jobs between now and 2030.
Wow. We're looking forward to it. I personally am into deliveries. So I'd much rather do a delivery than go. So what's one thing investors or ecosystem builders need to understand to better help work with entrepreneurs such as yourself?
I think I often hear that there are not many businesses in Africa that are investable. And I think people need to understand that there's a resilience to what we're building. And if you're looking at the capital that entrepreneurs can access, commercial capital in our market, we're getting interest rates of 26 to 40%. So who can build businesses like that? Even in the strongest macroeconomic conditions in the West, people wouldn't be able to build businesses if the only money available is 26% interest. So we need to really now start to understand, how do we get affordable capital for long-term growth to real entrepreneurs? And I think this is what I'm hoping that this summit will take action to be able to let people commit to real deals.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to all the jobs you'll be creating by 2030. But before we go, describe impact in one word.
So impact for me is that young people on the continent have a path to greatness by staying here in Africa and working. I think impact for me is creating this innovation ecosystem for the brightest minds to be able to move from ideas to actual businesses. And then I think the final thing for me is it's not an option to invest in climate, it's a necessity. And so we have to start putting our money into businesses that are actually avoiding carbon credits and creating more sustainable cities.
All right. Thank you so much, Valerie, for your time.